Well, now you've
And then,
mentioned,
yeah, and can you kind of talk about, because obviously when we talk about your mother and your sister avoiding, it's easier to avoid if it's a coworker or a friend or something like that to set the boundary and never interact with them. How difficult was that trying to do that?
It was difficult until helping my father. They tried to have me arrested, and they went to the newspapers and they went to the courts, and they got an order against me, a protective order against me. And you know what? It was the best thing that ever happened to me. The best thing, because I was then starting to um, adjust to the fact, and they did it, and I knew it wasn't my fault. They got the protective order. They went to the court. I was pleading with them, let's talk this over before you throw dad into a mental institution that he doesn't need. He wants to be back in the house. I found nurses for him. They didn't want any of it. They wanted his money and they wanted him dead. And that was the end result. So the protective order was the best thing because I knew it wasn't my fault, and I knew it would keep them. They had to stay away. Although they did not, they were attacking my internet. They were attacking my Facebook. You have no idea what they were doing. And of course, on the internet, it's luckily I had people calling me in the middle of the night. Guess what? Your face all of a sudden it has a wreath around it with a four-letter word, and it said child of God, and it was my mother and sister. The four-letter word was out there, and they were giving people an idea of where I lived. You have no idea what those two were doing. Even with the protective order, even when I wasn't bothering them, they didn't like the idea that there was nobody to kick around anymore.